Once upon a time, in a small village nestled between rolling hills and dense forests, there lived an old farmer named Ravi. He was known across the region for his determination and tireless spirit, which kept him going through both the good seasons and the challenging ones. For decades, Ravi had worked the same patch of land, coaxing from it vegetables, fruits, and grains that provided for his family and village. One year, however, the rains failed, and drought settled over the land like a curse. The earth, once soft and fertile, became cracked and dry, with crops wilting under the relentless sun. The villagers grew anxious as their fields lay barren, and many began leaving in search of better opportunities in nearby towns and cities. But Ravi wasn't one to give up. Though he was getting older, his heart was as strong as ever. Day after day, he toiled from sunrise to sunset, digging trenches to hold what little water he could find, collecting dew from leaves at dawn, and working to keep his soil moist. His hands were blistered, his back was sore, and his neighbors said he was wasting his time. They told him he was too stubborn, that he should let the land go and move on. Ravi simply replied, "A farmer's land is his heart. To leave it is to lose my purpose." As the days went by, Ravi came up with an idea. He gathered the children from the village and taught them how to dig small water reservoirs. Together, they built channels to guide the scarce rainwater toward their fields. Every drop was precious, and with Ravi's guidance, they saved whatever they could. Despite the hardships, he spoke words of encouragement to them, telling them stories of the rich harvests they would reap if they worked hard and believed. One day, after months of relentless effort, something miraculous happened. Clouds gathered, and the rain began to fall. The villagers watched in disbelief as Ravi's field, prepared with all his care and wisdom, soaked up the rainwater, rejuvenating almost overnight. His crops began to sprout, lush and green, covering the field with fresh hope. When harvest time came, Ravi's field was the only one in the village with a full crop. He didn't hoard the bounty. Instead, he shared it with his neighbors, feeding those who had lost faith and left their land. Word spread, and people returned, inspired by Ravi's dedication. Ravi taught the villagers that challenges might be immense, but giving up isn't an option. His story spread across the region, symbolizing resilience and faith in one's purpose. He became a legend, and generations after, children still spoke of the old farmer whose determination brought life to a barren land and hope to disheartened souls. As years passed, Ravi's efforts transformed not only his land but the entire village. He taught everyone how to work with nature, to build resilience against future droughts by creating rainwater harvesting systems and planting drought-resistant crops. Gradually, the barren fields around the village turned green, and the community became self-sustaining, able to withstand dry seasons without fear. The once deserted village blossomed with new families, gardens, and animals. Ravi's simple farm had become a flourishing symbol of persistence and community, reminding everyone that even a single person's determination could bring change that rippled through generations. Ravi, now celebrated as a hero, would often smile humbly and say, "I only did what my heart told me." His story lived on as an enduring lesson, that with faith, hard work, and unity, even the most impossible dreams can come true. In his later years, Ravi noticed the children of the village watching him closely, captivated by the story of his resilience and success. He took them under his wing, teaching them not just about farming but about life itself, the value of patience, the strength found in hope, and the importance of never turning away from one's purpose. One evening, as they sat under the stars, Ravi told them, "The land is like us, it has seasons. There will be times of abundance and times of drought, but if we nurture it with love and care, it will always provide." Inspired by his wisdom, the children grew up with a deep respect for the land, carrying forward Ravi's teachings. And so, even after he was gone, Ravi's legacy endured, not just in the village's fertile fields, but in the hearts of every villager, whose lives he had forever transformed with his unwavering spirit and kindness. Years after Ravi had passed on, the village held an annual festival in his honor, celebrating the life and lessons of the farmer who had once saved them. During the festival, villagers gathered at Ravi's old field, now a lush, thriving piece of land, and shared stories of his legacy. The children, now grown, would take turns telling tales of Ravi's determination, his love for the land, and the community he had nurtured. To mark his memory, they planted a tree in the center of his field, a strong and resilient oak, which symbolized his enduring spirit. The tree grew tall and wide over the years, providing shade and shelter to those who sought it, reminding everyone of Ravi's unwavering resolve. Ravi had once said that a farmer's purpose was to sow seeds that would last beyond his lifetime. As the villagers looked at the tree, standing tall against the sky, they knew his words had taken root, blossoming into a legacy that would continue for generations.